Good morning, Dr. Sakia. I am Nur Zafira Ahmad from TSLB and today I'll present my research proposal entitled Improving Pupils' Mastery of Place Preposition through Preto. The background of my study begins with the implementation of SEFA that stress on the 4 language skills, which are reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills. Meanwhile, grammar skill is integrated within those skills. Due to the matter, teachers tend to incorporate implicit teaching method where grammar rules are being abandoned. And this situation leads to many grammatical errors in pupils' work, especially in place preposition, which could hinder their language proficiency. Therefore, the best way of teaching grammar is the combination of both implicit and explicit grammar teaching, which they can promote the process of language acquisition as a whole. Next are the problem statements. In a study conducted, prepositional errors were found as one of the most frequent errors in pupils' essays and closed tests. Plus, pupils cannot apply the correct prepositions of place due to the inadequacy of grammar knowledge. Not only that, Malaysian English teachers are also practicing the old teaching method in teaching grammar by only referring to the textbooks. Next are the purpose of the study. First is to improve Year 3 pupils' mastery of place preposition through the integration of explicit and implicit teaching method. Next is to develop a deep understanding on the different use of place preposition among pupils. And last one is to promote student-centered learning by arousing their interest to actively participate during the activities. The research objectives of this study are to improve pupils' mastery of place preposition through Preto and to arouse pupils' interest towards preposition lesson in the classroom through Preto. Next is the research questions. Research questions are: does Preto help to improve pupils' mastery of place prepositions? And does Preto arouse pupils' interest towards preposition lesson in the classroom? Next, the significances of the research, which can be seen from pupils' and teachers' aspect. First, this study could benefit pupils' academic performances, especially in their writing, speaking, reading, and listening skills. When they are able to distinguish the different function of preposition of place, they could also avoid grammatical errors and deliver their ideas effectively. This study is also important to the teachers as it paves the way for transformation in education nowadays. In the 21st century of education, the integration of ICT in teaching and learning process is crucial to fulfill pupils' variety needs in this ever-changing world. Plus, I also put some limitations in this study where Year 3 pupils are chosen as the samples, and this study will be conducted in primary school in Kuala Nerus, Terengganu, where I'll be doing my practicum. And last one is intervention, where I limit the use of intervention that focus only for place preposition based on Year 3 syllabus. Next is operational definition. The first word is improve, which is based on dictionary, brings the meaning to cause something to get better. And in this study, the pupils are said to be improved through the better score on worksheets, such as increasing 30% from their previous scores. Next is pupil. Based on the dictionary, pupil is a person who is being taught, especially a child in school, a primary school pupil. Likewise, this study is conducted among the chosen Year 3 pupils that are facing problems with place preposition in their works. Next word is mastery. Based on the dictionary, mastery is a great knowledge about or understanding of a particular thing. This research intends to elevate pupils' prior knowledge on the use of preposition of place by being able to distinguish the different functions and know the function of the prepositions. Last one is Preto. PRITO stands for Preposition Interactive TikTok. Based on the preposition word, the preposition of place is chosen in this study, where preposition of place is the position of where something is. And meanwhile, interactive brings meaning where the user is able to interact with the system that they are communicating with. And lastly is TikTok. TikTok is the latest and influential application that is available online in the worldwide, where it is initially it is actually a 15-second music video, but now it has been evolving through various functions. And I took the advantage by incorporating TikTok in the education field. Therefore, Preposition Interactive TikTok refers to an interactive learning tool where pupils will gain a better knowledge on preposition through the integration of ICT. Next is underpinning theory. The first theory that is related to this study is second language acquisition (SLA) theory by Stephen Krashen. In this study, there are two factors that can influence the second language acquisition (SLA), which are input hypothesis and effective filter hypothesis based on based on this theory. Okay, the input hypothesis meaning that meaning that the language acquisition occurs when the pupils receive comprehensible input, and Krashen affirms that the comprehensible input should be one step beyond the learner's current language ability. And PRITO is actually providing a comprehensible input for the pupils as it incorporates many interesting activities that might not have been encountered by the pupils before this. Okay. And then next one is the effective filter hypothesis. Krashen affirms that comprehensible input will not result in language acquisition if the input is filtered out. For example, in the pupils, some pupils might be losing motivation in learning language. Some of them might be bored and they have negative attitude, especially towards grammar. And then the effective filter hypothesis is closely related to this intervention, because this intervention could arouse their interest towards the learning preposition, because first it is using TikTok. TikTok is, as we know, it is the most influential application nowadays where children has an access through TikTok. Therefore, this method could filter out the negative attitudes in them, because they find it is enjoyable learning grammar in a relaxing way and not in a stressful way such as in the normal classroom. Okay. Next is the multiple intelligences theory by Howard Gardner. In this intervention is advantageous to pupils who possess visual spatial intelligence, linguistic verbal intelligence, musical and also kinesthetic intelligence, because PRITO incorporates activities such as total physical response, where they need to sing along and move their body, and also there are a text box that providing the text for the pupils who prefer linguistic verbal intelligences. Okay, next is the related past researches. This study is conducted based on two factors or two elements, which are first the inadequacy knowledge of place preposition and also teaching method. Let's see. The first one is Muhammadi 2013 shows that pupils aged from 8 to 11 years old face difficulties in using preposition, particularly of place through a closed test. Then, this is supported by Hashim 2017, where pupils in rural school are keen to choose the wrong place preposition in multiple choice questions (MCQ), even even though there are pictures provided. Pupils are also reluctant to insert preposition in their writing, which in turn makes their writing colorless, boring, and ineffective. Like I said before, when the pupils possess the correct knowledge, possess the rich knowledge about place preposition, they could also improve their writing skills. Next is teaching method. The lack of grammar understanding is due to the poor and old teaching methods employed by teachers. This is a study conducted by RIF 2016. Consequently, Maftuha 2015 affirmed that teachers need to bring in an experience in practicing the language and use creative techniques in order to make the teaching learning process enjoyable. On the other hand, Onuha 2017 affirms that 21st century education has demanded more technological inputs that require educators to adopt modern technological devices in instructional delivery. Therefore, I can say that Preto fulfilled the needs of the teaching method assessed by the past researchers, where it incorporates creative techniques such as a role play, a total physical response, and also these activities are incorporated in the ICT and the use of ICT, which is affirmed by Onuha. It is a demanded technological inputs by the young children nowadays. Next is research design. This study is an action research, which is a process of studying a school situation to understand and improve the quality of the educative process. And my study is based on the Chemist and McTarget action research model, where in the Chemist and McTarget, it consists and it occurs in 2 cycles, and each cycle has 4 steps, which are plan, action, observe, and last one, reflect. And then it also could be revolved in the second cycle, which has the same step. Next is the intervention. My intervention is named Preto. First of all, there will be a box. It's actually a large box, which the inside consists of the Preto heroes costumes and also a QR code, and then this QR code will lead to Preto official TikTok accounts. And in this account, as you can see, the first stage, there is 3 stages in this intervention, which is the first stage is the lesson delivery, which is an explicit language teaching method. And then the second and the third one is the combination of explicit and implicit teaching method, where the pupils will be playing games, and they will be conducting role play and also conversation through TikTok. Okay, and then next is the population and sample. For the population chosen is year 3 pupils of any primary school in Kuala Nerus, where I'll be doing my practicum. And then at this age, these pupils will be learning preposition of place, such as between, behind, in front of, and next to. And then a preliminary test is also conducted among this class. And then for the sample, 3 pupils from year 3 are chosen, which consists of pupils who achieve the lowest mark in the test conducted. And then and then there is an implementation of the intervention to improve their mastery of place preposition. And then for the data collection instrument, I'll be using document analysis, which is worksheet, pre and post test, observation based on students' behavior protocol, and then the last one is interview, where I will interview the research participants and asking questions. And then for the research procedures, my research procedures is based on the Chemist and McTarget model, which the first one is planning, where I will identify pupils' background and knowledge in order to find the problem. And then preliminary tests will also be conducted, and then I will plan a series of action in form of intervention. And then for the action, I will implement the intervention for the research participants, and then the observation, I will observe when they are using my intervention. And then reflection, from the observation, I will evaluate and analyze the effect of the implementation, which is Preto, to the targeted pupils. And then the last one is the data analysis, where I will use thematic analysis consists of 6 steps. First is the familiarization, and then the second one is coding, where I highlight the section of the text. The third one is generating themes, where I'll come up with the theme based on the highlighting above. And then the fourth one is I will review the theme to ensure the representation of accuracy of the data, and then I will name and define each theme. And last one, I will write up the analysis of the data. In conclusion, I believe that Preto could help to overcome the problems in place preposition among pupils and improve the mastery of the preposition among the pupils. That's all. Thank you.